shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain, game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
How are we all? Welcome back to Turf Moor House TV, and thank you very much for tuning in with us. If you did tune in with us earlier on, we did a match preview a little bit earlier than usual. We did do a match preview ahead of the Norwich game this weekend with Liam Waddington, aka Vizza, who's a massive Burnley fan out there on the YouTube scene. Started out a little bit like KSR, doing the old FIFA videos, and now doing stuff that he feels he wants to do, which is brilliant. That said, we are here to go through how we think this weekend's games in the Championship are going to go. And let me tell you, I had a bit of a stinker last week. If you remember rightly, we did do a bit of a special because it was the FA Cup. So we did a FA Cup prediction show special, which I'm sure a few of you was already in and involved. And what we did there was we obviously instead decided to go for score lines. So if anyone got it right, they got 3 points. If anyone got it just the correct team or the correct draw, then they got a point, unless they got the correct draw score right. So yeah, it was very, very interesting, to say the least. However, Anthony is going to join us in a minute. He's just changed from his Southampton top to his Bristol City top. That didn't look right, so he's got his Arsenal gear back on. But jokes aside, yeah, I could see you. Nearly went to his arse. God, I should have put that on camera. That would have been 250 quid right there. Jeremy Beadle, eat your heart out. Guys, get involved. Let us know who you think is going to be winning these games this weekend. And yeah, always love to get you guys involved in the chat. So please do keep it coming. If you would really appreciate if you could smash a like on this video. Also share it on your socials so you can get us the awareness out there, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because that really does help us grow as well. So please do that if you can. It really does help. However, that said, I will be bringing Anthony in just a second. As you can see along the bottom of your screen, that's where you can find us on socials. And if you didn't actually see the match preview and you want to see it, it is up under the previews and reviews tab on YouTube, but it will also be available to hear on podcast platforms as of tomorrow morning. So please do go show your support over there. But this is where you can find us on the socials, and as soon as this video is over, you'll be able to see Anthony up on your screen. And there he is. Look at him. No pineapple pizza this week, which is always a good sign. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm not too bad, mate. And you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm tired. Tired tonight, to be fair.
I feel a bit tired. I've been hanging. I didn't sleep well last night. It was a bit of a weird night last night. It was an unexpected night last night. Nothing like that. But
I was going to say there's unexpected, and then there's nigh on impossible.
No, it was just a bizarre one. Do you know when you're asleep and you sort of like you're roughly waking up, aren't you? Like and if somebody was shouting,
You can hear background noise, yeah.
you can hear background noise. And my missus was waking me up, and I thought, what the bloody hell's going on here? And then I hear a load of shouting going on outside because where I live in a brand new house, look, we got like gardens back onto each back garden, like sort of thing, and that.
Yeah.
It was. I looked out, and all of our back gardens was literally. It was filled with police officers, with policemen, and they were after a certain individual. Like obviously, he must have obviously broke the law. He's a criminal for some reason, and they were all out there. They were going into people's gardens and that. And towards the end, the little bastard, he was down in my fucking bottom part of the garden, hiding. They found him in the end. But this is the first time it's ever happened. I don't live in a I don't live in a rough area at all. But
I was going to say you live in Bristol, so take that as you will.
It's bad or good wherever you go or wherever you live.
No, it is, yeah, it is, yeah.
That was just a one-off. I mean, I've been living here what 7 years now. So that was the first thing. So and that was 3 o'clock in the morning, mind you, and I had to get up for work at 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, that's 3 o'clock this morning.
Who's to say the little bastard weren't going to come ransack your house as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So after that, I just really couldn't sleep. I couldn't.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Some bugger hiding in your garden, and then you wake up. There's a load of police there. It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Weird one, yeah.
Oh, I know I had a question for you. Just an off the cuff question. Would you rather eat? Kate knows what's coming. Would you rather eat dog shit on a plate with a knife and fork, or a matter baby?
Or a what?
A matter baby.
A matter baby?
Yeah.
What the hell is a matter baby?
Nothing, dear. Nothing's a matter.
Oh god.
Hey, what's a matter, baby? Stop calling me baby online, will you?
If you was actually offering money, like like £1 million or something, then I may have taken you up on the. Hey, look, go hard or go home. That's what I say.
Exactly. Anyhow, you put enough shit in your system and paid for it last week, so don't need to worry about that one. How have you been anyway? How's things been for you, apart from obviously the scrubber and scrounger at the bottom of the garden, stick of the dump down there, hiding away. Other than that, how's life been this last week?
Yeah, life's been good last week. On the weekend, the same weekend that you went and watched Ipswich. Obviously that was a staggering 0-0 draw. It was a bore fest, I expected for you, Dan. But listen,
frustrating as hell.
If you enjoyed it, you went all that way. But the main thing is you didn't lose.
No, and to be fair, it's like I said to Kate, and I've said it to everybody else. Take the result away from it.
Yeah.
It was more about the memories of being there together with the kids and Kate, and they enjoying it. Seeing my little 5-year-old daughter constantly looking at me, trying to copy the words coming out my mouth. Yeah. Not sure whether she said a few of the words that she shouldn't have, but
Did your boy enjoy it as well?
Yeah. He's asked to. He wants to do it again sometime. So.
Oh, that's brilliant. Do you know what? That same day we went down to Bristol City, down Ashton Gate, watched Bristol City against West Brom. We won 3-0. And the West Brom team that they set out was no different to what they play in the league, right? We played the youth. We played the youth in that game, and the wingers. Basically, our wingers was a big major problem for West Brom because their fullback. I don't know how old they are, or if they're in their 30s or whatever, but they caused them a hell of a lot of problems. And I took my boy for the first time, and we beat West Brom 3-0. And a mate of mine was sat behind us, and he said, "If that's his first game," he said, Tell you what, bring him down here every bloody week. I will guarantee to win. So yeah, but we enjoyed it. We had a good time out in that, and we went for a meal after the game as well. So just to finish it off, and yeah, really enjoyed it. It was fantastic.
So wait, Emil, you the missus in the boy, or you
Yeah, it's
the
just
boy, the
me.
missus, and the missus's missus who lives up the road who she natters on the phone to?
Oh no, she was. Yeah, she was out. It was her son's birthday, and I did say to him, I said, no texting or no
It's
phone
date
calls.
night with me this week, not her, me.
Yeah. And I got to stop keep doing this because I get in trouble every time I'm like this and I'm talking on the stream. My finger, you don't know where it's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen that with Chris's. Chris's screenshot's not the best angle he's got on there, is it?
No, it's not. No, but if you actually look on it that time, when you go back to the show, look at it and pause the picture. If you actually zoom in on Chris, you can actually see his tongue hanging out. It's like,
Not worse than that. Not worse than that. He loves
uh,
it. He loves it. The
he
chat are
does.
in full floor. Stream Elements bots running. Whoop whoop. Dan's in. Barrow on tour. How you doing, mate? Obviously, commiserations. The result against Carlisle the other day. Appreciate that, love. That's two
Yeah.
brews within a case of half an hour. She's on a roll. Might have to up a wage.
Really?
I'm
Oh, that
joking.
is good.
You know I'm joking.
Yeah, drive one down to Bristol, Kate.
Nah, I'm not tipping my Sports Direct mug up.
Oh, they're massive, isn't them?
Oh, they're huge. Them. I ain't got one of them, but I do remember having one. They
Yeah,
were
I've got
massive.
one in the cupboard. My missus every morning because every morning I wake up, I don't have tea. My first drink of the day is coffee, and she makes me a coffee to Sports Direct, and I'm there, and she's going, well, "What are you doing now? You're leaving half a mother." He goes, "Well, I got to get a bloody work." So I got to wake up half hour earlier than I do just to make sure I drink the whole thing. So
They are big buggers of them. They are big
they are.
buggers them. Nathan's in as well. Good evening to yourself, Mr. Smith. The missus is in. She's just buggered off upstairs, probably to lie where the electric blanket's on and it's nice and warm. So
Okay.
hearty a bad self. Luke's in. Good evening. Like, subscribe if you're new. Let's get Dan to 1K before the end of the season. He deserves it as a YouTube community. We can grow together. We can indeed. We can indeed. For a Forest fan, there's something I agree with. Andrew, hope you're well as well. Are you off to the Norwich game this weekend? Let us know. Hope you're well as well, Henry. Things are going good with your channel now as well. So great stuff. Keep that up as well. Kate says, remember to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe on the journey to 1K. And then adds that. Remember that Pineapple Pizza gave him brain cells and helped him stay number one on the prediction table. Oh, she's had a dig at you there. She's had a dig at you.
Me. Yeah. Well,
Henry got to 60 subs. Congrats.
Congratulations. Let's see how Kate does, and maybe she's a pineapple on pizza. Maybe Kate can get top. But it's all the play. I don't know what points we got. Doing this FA Cup thing you said.
I will reveal all. I will reveal all very, very soon. Brad says, good to see Anthony made it home safe. He was as good as gold. Sorry he was late home. Blame me. Don't worry. He did say that you kept him longer because it took you a bit longer to come. So he said, just let me go and give it a wash and then it's your turn. So he's here now. He's here now. But jokes aside, obviously, hope you're well, Brad. I did pop in and looked at the team. Both agreed on Walker. A bit of an and an R in between Hart and Lloris. But not a bad team. Not a bad team, to be fair.
He picks one player, Dan, and he didn't realise. I don't want to. He really balls up on one because who did I have? I had Yaya Toure, and he put in Paul Gascoigne. I said, well, Paul Gascoigne, when he played for Tottenham, it wasn't for the Premier League. It was for the old Division 1. Then when it came to the Premier League, he left and went to Lazio over Italy. So he didn't play for Tottenham in the Premier League, unfortunately, Paul Gascoigne. But if not, then he could have won that.
Yeah, no, that's a fair shout. Kate says that you're taking fashion tips off me with that hat. It looks like you've just been for a run, to be fair.
Oh yeah,
He's been chasing robbers. That's what he is. Been playing cops and robbers.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't see where I was going, mind you. It's like a balaclava, like you put like.
Brad's on the up as well. He's 1 off 135. That's smashing. Let's get him. Let's get Henry and Top 10 Battles page some support. Let's get them some subscriptions as well, guys. If you haven't subscribed, go check them out. Just subscribe. Really would appreciate if you could do that for us. And as Henry says, they've got to keep going. Brad says Anthony picked the mistress over the missus.
Yes, it is.
Jags is in.
The mistress.
Jags, in up you well, Jags. Equal pay and all like that. Exactly. You asked, I delivered. It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm in. Luke says 2 Bruce. Is she feeling all right, Dan? I don't know. That's probably why she's gone upstairs. She's gone for a lie down.
Yeah. Well, Dan's asking. She's
were the robber.
I don't want to know. I don't.
Kate thought you were the robber.
Oh yeah. Wow. I didn't know he was in the garden until the actual policeman knocked on my door and said he was actually in there, in the bottom of the garden, but tucked away behind the bins in the far corner. I was like, bastard. But yeah, it was really, really weird, that one. But I got out of bed, I got dressed and that, and I was literally looking out the windows. I actually opened the back door and stepped out into the back garden, and the copper turned around and went, go back in. Like what? Yeah, so we had to go back. We had to go back in because.
Sorry, I'm just reading Kate's comment, but I will get to it in a minute. Andrew says, no Norwich trip for me, but 6 of us down from Ayrshire for PNE. Get in. Should be a good game. A full sellout at Turf Moor for the PNE game. Jack says, I'm doing well, just trying to stay warm here. It's cool over here. Yeah, I mean, it has been cold here, to be fair. It's always cold in this house. And then Kate's comment, which is, this is going to sound wrong, but I'm going to lie in bed so I can listen to Anthony talk.
Ooh.
Fuck me, Kate. Ooh. Jesus Christ.
Right. It must be that Bristolian accent, Dan. I don't know. It must be.
Well, we're skint, so the only thing she's turning to vibrate is a mobile. If she asks me to give her a ring, I know what she's up to. Give us 3 rings, let us know you say, I'm on camera.
She'll pop in this chat. Dan, send us a message.
Just keep putting the letter K all the time and press send. Luke says, how's everyone's day been? I've had a great one. Yeah, I saw you put the pictures up with some of the Burnley players as well. That's fantastic. Yeah. But you were wearing some red shirt that you had on your jacket and t-shirt. So why are you wearing that forest crap? I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with red.
Well, yeah. I thought you'd say that of all people. I thought you would. Yes, so last week we did do, obviously, the FA Cup stuff. And
I know I got Stoke's result right, 3-1.
You went 2-1 Stoke. You went 2-1 Stoke. You did get one. You did get one correct. I can't remember. You did. I think you got 2 correct actually.
Yeah.
All I've done is I've marked it off like a tally chart. But you got in points wise, you gained 11 points.
Did I?
You got 11 points. I got 10.
Flipping it.
Even I was surprised.
Drum roll for Kate.
Kate got 7. So,
Kate, do you know what? Fair play to her. She's got 7 correct. So, Kate's second still, but you've caught up. I think, what are you now? About, 5 points behind her? If I'm not mistaken?
6.
6. Oh, right. Okay.
You know the game that was the clincher for us to gain more points?
Yeah.
Both of us, me and thee, both went for 2-1 to Brighton over Liverpool.
Yeah.
And we got it spot on.
Yeah.
So Kate went 2-2. So she was close, but no cigar.
Do you know what I
So,
was thinking? I was going to go on the fence with that one as well.
yeah, I think it was. It
I,
was one of them games that you said about going on the
yeah,
fence in.
and I thought, nah, it's got to be a winner in that one.
No, that's true. That's true. Ducky's in. He says, "Evening, guys. Hope you're both well. All is good in the hood, Ducky. I bet it's a lot quieter in your house now that Paul McKenzie's out in Paris. I'm sure he's having a great time. The pictures that Geordie has been sharing of him out there as well, it looks like he's been having a good time. But I bet the house has been a lot quieter. Maybe not. Maybe Lily and Joshua have been able to decided to, crank up the decibels a bit. But hope you're well, you and Geordie, and married life treating you well now. So yeah, hope everything is good with yourself." Kate said, "If I sit downstairs, I can hear Daniel speak, but due to the headset, I don't know how the response is because I have to stay silent to clarify." Yeah, because obviously your voice is coming through this, and obviously Kate can't hear, so she goes upstairs to listen to the whole conversation. Teaching your players about a proper football club, telling my team what to avoid. Kate says, "I might come back down so I don't have to hear it." There is that. Yeah, that's one. But once she's finished doing what she needs to do, that's it. She'll come back down, wash her hands, and then sit back down again. Emery's
Anything to
made a
hear my
video.
voice.
And Kate's having a go at Luke for being surrounded by the players. But yeah, you are, in terms of the score, 11 points in front of me.
Yeah.
You are now 11 points in front of me. You are top of the leaderboard with 91 points. Kate's in second with 86. And me, well, I've got 80. But it can all change. It can all change. I think I'm going to go down this route that we did for the FA Cup next season. So should be good. Claret One's in. Hope you're well. Good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, guten tag, however you want to look at it. I've paused Banker Dave to come on here. Hey, see, from one Burnley lad to another. She's trying to get me banned.
What was it?
It's there on the screen.
Coffee twat.
Bloody hell. You know, the thing that bugs me is, right, she said to me, because I've just been accepted. So Burnley Football Club have put together a fan supporters board thing.
Yeah.
And I've been accepted as one of the supporters to go on it. So you obviously have meetings and talk about club issues that you then can't mention to other people because you've signed an NDA and it's all confirmate, like things like that.
Yeah.
So Kate said, well, obviously with that, you're going to have to, you can't be saying things on your channel and stuff like that. The swearing's got to stop and be minimal.
Yeah.
Then she comes out with that. And apparently, I'm the arsehole. I'm the one who says it. So,
but then again, you look at it. Is twat really a swearing word?
Yeah.
To
YouTube.
I thought
you belonged at Man United supporters board. Oh, she's just trying to be evil now because there's a picture of me in a United kit when I was younger. Kit says I'll be third by the end of the weekend, hopefully. And says you can't beat I can. Not really. I'll have to ignore comments like that when it comes to it. Either way, let's get into the nitty gritty of it because we've chatted shit for 25 minutes and we all want to go to bed at the end of this. So let's get into the nitty gritty of it. So this is week 22, or however you want to look at it. It's just another week of the prediction show. And obviously last week was the FA Cup, so that curtailed a few results and games that were played that we didn't cover. But we are going to be covering this one, and I think we're all right for an FA Cup run because the next one's midweek, so should be all right. So we start off with a team that you absolutely trounced 3-0 in the cup. West Brom at home to Coventry. This should be a tough fixture. Coventry have found a bit of form. So, but West Brom, again, they were doing so well. But that result against Bristol City just goes to show that they aren't unbeatable under Carlos Corberán.
Yeah, it does show that. But I mean, it was a different a different game for something else, wasn't it, Dan? It was for the FA Cup. It wasn't a league game. I mean,
Yeah.
I look at that and take that in in consideration as well. But I think with this one, I feel that I think West Brom will come back to winning ways. So I think personally, I would have to go for a West Brom win on this one.
No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, West Brom are in 10th. They are literally 2 points outside of the playoff places. Coventry are in 13th. So there's not much difference, but they're on 38 points. And,
Yeah.
I think, again, as well, Coventry will be very happy as well that they've managed to stave off any interest for Victor Gyökeres as well in the transfer window.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you're going West Brom, did you say, pal?
I'm going for a West Brom win on that. Have we got to give scores, or are we just going to say a win?
No, I'm just going to say home draw, home win, away win, or draw. Next season, I'm going to do it fully from the start to the end where we pick a score line.
Right. Okay.
But the next couple of rounds of FA Cup, we'll do that until it gets so far. But Kate went with a Coventry win. She's gone totally opposite to you. She's gone for the away side to get a result.
Yeah.
Henry's gone for 2-0 as well. Andrew says Cov lost their last couple. West Brom to bounce back 1-0. Luke says glad about the proper football is back. Nobody cares about the FA Cup. Me in particular. Yeah, you don't care about it when you're not in it. It's funny that. Claret once says 2-1 to Albion. Ducky says all good here, pal. Paul McKenzie's back in an hour. Oh, so it's been quiet while he was away then. He's had a great time. Been quiet without him. Also going 2-1 Coventry. There's a lot of people going for a Cov win here, to be fair. A lot of people going for it. And Big Nips is in. Big Nips is in the hizzles. How you doing, Nippon? Hope you are well, sir. Hope you are well. I expect the big up comment coming in at some point. I don't know which way to go for this.
I just feel that West Brom has got more to offer in this game. I mean, because obviously they're good.
Well, that's what I was thinking as well. Because of that defeat to Bristol City as well, whether it's cup or not, that will have damaged confidence. And
it could do, but I think
the result realise that they're not all it's cracked up to be, and we have to perform. We can't just expect the results to come.
I tell you what, Dan, you could go on the fence, mate. You could go on the fence.
I'm going to join you, fella. I'm going to join you for West Brom. I have a funny feeling that you will. They'll be all right. It should be all right. On to the next one then. That is Friday night game, so that is tomorrow night's game, West Brom Coventry. But starting off at 12:30 on Saturday, it's Norwich against Burnley. David Wagner's first home league game as manager. If you remember rightly, they did play at home to Blackburn in the Cup where they got knocked out in Wagner's first home game. But this is his first home league game as manager. So we shall see what happens. Obviously, Burnley coming to have a replay to play on Tuesday. And I've been hearing as well in company's press conference that there's a few players that are going to be rotated in this one due to the fact that there's a few niggling injuries and illnesses. So don't let that sway your decision, because Burnley do have a lot of strong characters in abundance this season. We're not just having to... No, we haven't got a shit bench that we can't trust. We've actually got bulks of players that can come in. But I don't know. How do you see this one? I'm a little bit... I'll tell you what, I'm going to call mine now. I want to see a Burnley win, and I hope to God that it is. But it's away from home, and before a ball's kicked, I would snap your hands off for a point against a team like Norwich, who are going to have that new manager bounce. So I'm going to go firmly on the fence.
Oh, blimey. You know what? You signed a player, didn't you? A couple of days back, just before the deadline, before the window closed. I think it was a young guy, wasn't it? But,
it was Lyle Foster, a striker.
Yeah. The trouble is, though, it's like what you said. You said you've got a few injuries, and what else is it as well?
Just like I think general illnesses. I think a lot of people are coming down with like,
Illnesses.
like over Christmas when everyone were coming down with a cold, sore throat, head cold.
Yeah,
That's doing the
yeah,
rounds again.
that's doing the reins again. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna go for a Burnley win on this one. I'm gonna go. You know what, Dan? I'm gonna join you on the fence on this one. I'll join
No,
you on the
fair
fence on
shout.
this one. I think it'd be a draw.
Fair shout. I'd take it. I'd take it, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
Obviously, I'd love a result, but I would be very happy with a point. And it still keeps that winning mentality going because you're unbeaten still. I do
yeah.
want us to win it just due to the fact that there is a stat that I want us to break, which is we haven't won 9 consecutive league games on the trot
No,
since November 1991, which
yeah,
Burnley was at that point in the 4th tier.
yeah.
So I want us to do that because it's a stat that you want broken, something like that. But
That's
we'll
right.
see.
Yeah,
We'll see. Kate's gone for a Burnley win, but even she says she thinks it'll be a tough one as well.
it would. Yeah.
Henry's very confident, gone for a Claret's 3-1 win. Claret 1 says Burnley win as well. Luke says 2-1 to Burnley over Norwich. And Kate says meaning a point on the prediction, lol. I get you. I get you. Doug's in. Hope you're well. Hope you are well.
Okay.
2-1 Clarets. Norwich are fantastic under Wagner. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's his first home league game as manager. We shall see. But yeah, I'm going to go on the fence. I'm not overly confident. Not overly
No, I'm not
confident in
overly
it.
confident. 'Cause with what you said as well, I knew there was a couple of injuries, but I didn't know there was actually illness, like like colds and all this and that doing the ranks at Burnley. So I didn't know that. I just knew you had I think there's about 3 players injured. Was it something like that? So
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think we had everyone back, but then it's just a case of maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is
but
that's
then
gone
again, you'd
on.
still be so. Even if you lost it, I know you don't want to lose down in that, but even if you've lost this one, you'd still be bloody top of that league, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a
So
good points advantage. There's a
yeah,
good points advantage. Um, he had 2 good games. They had 2 good games. Yes, yeah, they did. Ducky's going for a 1-0 win. Obafemi, yeah, Michael Obafemi from Swansea, we signed as well. Could he make his debut for Burnley? We shall see come Saturday afternoon. Join us here, by the way. We will be doing a watch along from 12:15. The game kicks off at 5:30, but we will be doing a watch along from 12:15 on Saturday. So join us for that. Next
Dan,
up,
is
yeah.
that one on Sky, mate? Is that
Yeah,
would that
Norwich
be on the
Burnley's on Sky at 12:30. Yeah,
main event? All right then, yeah. So I'll most probably watch that game as well then. Thank
yeah,
you.
that one's on Sky, as
Yeah.
is this one, but this one's available via the red button.
Oh,
Rotherham
right.
Sheffield United, I nearly said Lancashire, a Yorkshire derby at the New York Stadium. That again, another 12:30 kickoff. So both top of the table and second in the table kicking off at the same time. Pardon me, at the same time. Sheffield United, as I said, are second. Rotherham, however, in 20th with 31 points. It's a derby. Very tough one to call.
Yeah, it is a tough one to call. And Rotherham of late, you've noticed that they've been pulling out was they've been getting wins.
Results you don't expect them to get.
Yeah. You expect them to get them. They always pull wins out the bag when you don't expect it as well, Rotherham. You know.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be. It's like what you said. It's a Yorkshire derby. It's going to be an hard one. Anything can happen. But trouble is, though, you sort of like you favourite. You're going to favour Sheffield United, aren't you? So
Yeah.
do you know what? I'm going to go for a Sheffield United win, and I think they'll win it by the odd goal.
No, that's fair enough. I'm with you as well. I'm going to go off the away side. I think they'll be too strong. They will be
Yeah.
too strong. Whether they rest players in preparation for the Wrexham replay,
Mhm.
we shall see as well. That's another thing. But
Yeah.
let's see in the long term what happens. These games, there's blood, sweat, and everything left on the shirt. So
That's
I
right.
think if that's the case, Sheffield United should get the job done. And funnily enough, Kate has joined me and you with Sheffield United, the away side, getting the win. Luke says Obafemi isn't fully match fit, so he won't be, unfortunately, which is a shame. Henry says 1-1 draw, Sheffield. Luke says a Sheffield United win. 2-2. And a good old Desmond says Claret 1.
Yeah.
Foxy says 2-1 to Sheffield United as well. Keeping with the Yorkshire feel and teams at home, Nippon says, I didn't know Rotherham had moved their stadium to Manhattan. Aye, bright lights, big city. That's what Rotherham want. But trust me, they're not going to get that stuff. Keeping with the Yorkshire theme, Huddersfield at the John Smith Stadium. They entertain QPR, who sit in 14th. This is the sort of game that Huddersfield should be getting a result in if they want to get themselves out of the bottom three.
Yeah. It should be. Yeah. But then again, you go on to this window we've just had, and what is Huddersfield? Well, what have they really done in this window? To be honest with you,
We signed two keepers on deadline day.
they signed two keepers.
Um, I think Thomas Vaklic, I think he's a really good keeper, but maybe past it. I know he had a big injury.
Yeah.
They signed a few players like Martin Waghorn, took Matt Lawton on loan from us.
Yeah.
Yes, I did get what you meant, Nippon. They moved the stadium, New York. I get it. That's why I said the joke, bright lights, big city. Either way, yeah. How do you see this one going? Because a lot of the Huddersfield faithful are actually calling for Mark Fotheringham to be gone.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. Yeah. I know the QPR manager. They got a new manager in this season, and
Oh
going
yeah,
back a
Neil
few,
Critchley.
yeah, and going back a few streams ago, I had my opinion on him, didn't I? And you know, was it was all right, but it wasn't that great, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Uh, you know what, sod it. I think Huddersfield is going to be more up for this than QPR because QPR really they haven't really got nothing to play for. I feel well they have they want to win, but I think Huddersfield with them being lower down, they want to be getting out this relegation now, and they're at home. They're going to remain you sort of like slightly favours the home team, but despite where they are, looking at the table, it doesn't mean anything. So, do you know what? I'm going to go for Huddersfield win because I feel Huddersfield is going to be more up for this than what QPR are in this game.
no, good assessment. Good assessment. Kate, as she said, did originally. She crossed it out here. She put herself in the on the fence category at first, but then went for QPR. So we shall see. But you're going for Huddersfield at home. I'm gonna go on the fence. I'm gonna go on the fence. I just think it's one of those games where Huddersfield will try and push QPR, but will QPR have enough to hold them off?
Yeah, true.
So it's one. It's again, they're all tough games to call, and they only get tougher. Again, staying with that Yorkshire feel, Hull this time at home against Cardiff. Now this is a bottom half of the table clash. Hull in 15th, 37 points. Cardiff just outside of the relegation zone, and obviously, as a Bristol City supporter, you won't be wanting Cardiff to win, put it that way.
No, you won't want Cardiff. Well, yeah, you. Sorry, what was that? I want Cardiff to win.
I said you wouldn't want Cardiff to win with where Bristol
No,
City are and how close
no.
they'd bring themselves
Yeah,
to your side.
exactly. Yeah, I will. I won't want Cardiff to win. I think the way they are, Cardiff. This is a very, very poor Cardiff team. This is the worst Cardiff team I think I've actually seen in a long time. And Hull, they're sort of like, they can nick something where you don't expect it. But I think with two teams battling it out, sort of down there, sort of thing. You know what? I'm going to go on the fence with this one, Dan. I think this game's got a draw written all over this.
No, that's a fair one. That is a fair one. Yeah, Kate. I'm surprised. I was going to say, Kate says she'll go for a draw. Did you just say you're going on the fence as well?
Yeah, I'm going to go on the fence with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kate didn't actually put a prediction in for this game for some reason. She left this one out, but she says, I'll go for a draw. Yes, she did miss this one. Luke's gone for a Hull win. Claret 1 said got to go for a Hull win. Foxy says a stupid and 2 goals, over 2.5 goals. Hull win 2-1. Fair shout. Fair shout. Going into the logistics of the game there as well. Henry's gone for a 0-0, a good old board draw. And Ducky's gone for a 3-0 annihilation to Hull. I'm sure they'll be singing You've Been Mauled by the Tigers to Cardiff. I'm going to go for Hull. I'm not going on the fence. I'm going to go for Hull. If I did have to pick a score, I'm just going to say a narrow 1-0 or something like that. But I'm going to go for the home side. Two teams, well, one in 18th, one entertaining the playoff places. In fact, level with third in the division. Luton Town at home to Stoke City. It's at Kenilworth Road where the famous trampoline is, the back garden to the stadium. It's a weird one. It's a weird stadium, is Kenilworth Road. But it seems one of those places teams don't like going. And for Luton, they're lapping that up like no tomorrow. As I said, fourth in the table, joint points with Borough. It's just that Borough have a better goal difference than them by 2. This, for some reason, well, for me, I think writes itself.
Yeah, I think. Well, let's be honest. I mean, Stoke got rid of their star defender, the Australian. He went to Leicester.
Yeah,
Didn't
Harry
he?
Souttar, yeah.
Souttar, yeah, and
Not just that, all Stokes loanees as well. All Stokes loanees pissed off back to their clubs and got sent out elsewhere. So there's something not going right at Stoke, and it doesn't seem to be going right for Alex Neil. For me, I don't understand why Alex Neil even left Sunderland in the first place. But I'm telling you now, Sunderland will be very happy that he pissed off because of the way that Tony Mowbray's got him playing. But anyhow, you were saying again about Stoke, sorry.
Yeah, Stoke. Yeah, they've got rid of their defender, and then they've replaced him with that loan from Manchester United,
Axel. Yeah, Axel Tuanzebe.
Yeah, so he's in there. I think he may probably feature this weekend as well, because he'll have to go in there to replace him. But yeah, I think going back. Blimey. I mean, I come off the stream. You was on the stream with Chris when he actually signed him. I was messaging Chris at that time.
Yeah, he said that you'd sent him a picture of the Sky Sports thing saying that he'd signed.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I watched that when I come in from work today, because I thought when I came off, I thought, bloody hell, there's still so many minutes left of the stream. I didn't even know you was on there. I watched that when I came in from work. And to be honest with you, blimey, I got to be honest with you, that signing for Leicester, I think he did cream his pants. But let's move on from that. But yeah, you know what? I think there's problems here at Stoke, and it's like what you said. All the loonies have gone back, and this and that. I think I'm going to have to go for a Luton win on this one. But if Stoke's got some sort of team spirit there that can actually get them certain points so they can just gradually creep up that table, that's the only option they've got now from now to the end of the season. So, but it doesn't look promising at the minute for them, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Kate's gone with us, so it's all three of us going for the same team in this fixture. Henry's the only one in the chat as well who's gone for 2-1 Stoke win. I mean, again, could be going off what you're thinking there in regards to how, the togetherness that they'll need now. That they all need to, be on the same wavelength. No, Foxy's gone 2-1 to Stoke as well, which is interesting. Which is very interesting. As I say, everybody else, Ducky, Claret 1, Luke, all have gone for Luton wins. But yeah, interesting to say the least. I'd love to know your thinking behind that from Henry and Foxy. Why you think Stoke will come out the winners in it. Next up then, obviously, as I said, Luton were level with this team, who are currently occupying third place. Middlesbrough been such a shift, and a big mass resurgence for them under Michael Carrick. Obviously, Mick McCarthy's gone into Blackpool, put up a good fight the other week against Southampton, but it just wasn't to be in the cup.
No.
Again, I don't think Mick McCarthy will be asked about that. He said in his interview when he signed for the club that he knows full well he's got to try and get Blackpool away from where they are in the table, which, as we all know, is second to bottom. Can he do it against Borough, though? It's a very tough away day at the Riverside.
It's a very tough one, because Middlesbrough are a good team. They've improved under Michael Carrick. They got home advantage. I always see with Blackpool, I do like their way of going forward. They have got like a good attacking team there. The only problem is with them, sadly, they just can't get the ball in the back of the net. But that they are good at attacking. Obviously, Mick McCarthy's there to change things around. I think that's a good appointment for Blackpool, bringing someone like Mick McCarthy with his experience. But is that going to be enough to beat a Middlesbrough team? You know what? I'm not too sure. I don't think it is. I think this game's going to have goals in it, but I can see Middlesbrough just edging this one, and I'm going to go for a Middlesbrough win. It's got something like a 3-1 or a 3-2 over this game, I reckon.
It well could have. It well could have indeed. Yeah. Henry's gone for Borough to win 2-0. Says that Borough are too good for Blackpool. Claret 1 says it's pretty much the same. It's got to be a Borough win. Kate's gone for a Borough win as well, same as yourself. Luke's on the fence. He's gone for a draw. And Foxy says, don't remember Stoke having 2 back-to-back wins like they have at the moment, scoring 7. Think they'll score 2 and hang on second half. But yeah, Borough, Akpom to score. It's, again, Borough have been hit and miss, but then, Stoke, I don't know. It's how they perform on the day. And with Borough. But Ducky's gone 3-0 Borough there. So, yeah, I don't know whether to go on the fence again or not. I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on the fence just because I think the Blackpool gave Southampton a really good game in the cup the other day, and they only narrowly lost out 2-1.
But the against Borough, they were good on the break as well, weren't they, Blackpool?
Yeah. And if Borough keep coming forward thinking, Blackpool's going to be easy pickings, this could be one of those games where Blackpool end up nicking it off a Borough mistake. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to go on the fence. Now, to your favourite team.
No, for fuck's
sake. Millwall. They are at home at the Den against Sunderland. Sunderland, obviously, just, 9th spot in the table. 41 points, literally 2 points outside the playoff zone. A win against Millwall could firmly put them in there. Millwall are just above them as well in 8th. So it's very, very tough. 8th versus 9th. Only a point difference between them. Sunderland have a better goal difference. However, their striker Ross Stewart ruled out for the rest of the season with a ACL injury. So that's not great for them. But they've got signed a few players. They signed a few players on deadline day. I think they signed two French blokes and Oh, they got Joe Geldart, the striker
Yeah,
from Leeds United on loan as well.
Sunderland. Yeah,
These are two teams that could easily cancel each other out, but then it's
I
one
think.
of those where neither team wants to lose.
Mm, yeah, I think with Millwall, I think what keeps them in it and keeps them winning in stuff like that. Because let's be honest, the amount of times that I've watched Millwall, and I've actually gone down Ashton Gate and watched them, and they're absolute bastards. I mean, they go in with dirty challenges and tackles and this and that, and I don't like that. And I got, you know what? Okay, I'm going to say, you said Millwall is eighth and Sunderland's ninth this weekend. Swap that around. It'd be Sunderland 3. I'm not going to call you your name, Millwall. I'm gonna call you. Will you fuck win? That's what I'm going to say. Nil. So, so yeah, Sunderland 3. Will you fuck nil? And that's it. Because you know my opinions on Millwall. I don't like them, and I never have, and I never will. I'm sorry if there's any Millwall fans in your chat, but just keep watching, keep liking, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and get Dan's subscribers up to 1,000,
No,
and you might
appreciate
be in my
it.
good books. But I have put you down for a win a couple of times this season, Millwall.
You
So
did even last week. I think you backed them for a win.
yes,
So,
I did. Yeah. So yeah,
but Kate's gone for a
Sunderland.
draw. Kate's gone for a draw. You've gone for the away side.
Yeah,
I see. I keep thinking this is another one that's on the fence, but I've gone on the fence 3 times already, and I don't want to.
keep going on the fence all the time.
Yeah.
But listen, Dan, it's a different game. You never know. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you don't know. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. A few people. Ducky says he thinks it's going to be a draw. Kate said draw. Claret one said draw. Henry said draw as well. A lot of people gone for a draw. You know what? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just about to say, Foxy. I was just looking at that. Millwall haven't lost at home in the league since the 14th of September. That doesn't mean that they haven't drawn games there, and it could happen. But just to make it interesting, and then we've all got a foot in the race.
Oh
Kate's
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
fence. You're with the away side. I'm gonna back the home team to
Yeah.
get the win. I'll back the Scabs.
I fucking hate them. Yeah. How much you detest Blackburn? That's how much I detest Millwall. I seriously, I don't. There's something that I can actually say, but I just don't want. I just don't want to. I don't know if I can. Well, I can say it, but
just
it just.
just leave it there. Just leave it
Yeah.
there. Let's not.
No.
Just in
No.
case. If it's one of those where you've toyed with the idea of do I or don't I, it's probably best
Yes.
not to.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of which, let's swiftly move on to your side. On the back of that 3-0 win, some of them youngsters will have thrown their name into the hat for some first team football in the Championship, I presume. And
Yeah.
I think, like you mentioned, the wingers, is there a chance that we could see any of them at Deepdale? Preston, obviously, are sat 11th in the table, 40 points. They're only 3 points outside the playoffs. And Bristol City's 17th with 33, a 10-point difference. Well, it's not 7-point difference between the two sides. But maybe that win the other day might have spelt a change for Bristol, or was it just a one-off? How do you see it being, with it being your side away from home?
Well, I always know when Bristol City have a good win, whether it's in the league or in the FA Cup, they can get another win straight after, and then they draw, and then they go onto a bit of a shit run, and then they start gradually picking up points going through. Trouble is, though, you've got to think, Dan, we've got Nigel Pearson in charge, and sometimes we know how stubborn Nigel Pearson can be.
Nigel Pearson.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the problem. But I mean, we signed a new striker. I don't know why we signed a striker from Betty Wickham Wanderers, and
Yeah.
and also there's another player we signed as well. But we got Conway up front as well.
Yeah, you signed Anis Mehmeti from Wickham.
Yes, and there's another one we signed as well. Another player we signed. This was just before the couple of. I think this was 1 or 2 days before the window. I think it may have been 1 or 2 days before the window shut. I knew they were on about going in for someone, but they signed another player as well. Bristol City. Oh, Luton. He plays for Luton. We got another player from Luton Town.
I'll have a look.
I can't. Is it Smith? Oh, is it? Striker or midfielder? I know. There's another player from Luton. I think.
Let me have a look. Unless someone's able to send me in the chat.
Where is the one?
We'll see. Where were we? Just keep showing Pearson's face. Thought it would have said, sacking or something, but no. Harry Cornick.
That's it. Yes, he was Luton, wasn't he?
Yeah, Harry Cornick. Yeah, he was.
Yes, yeah. So, and we've got him as well. Whether they're going to feature, play a full game, or bring him on as subs, I don't know. But I'm going to go on my instincts on this one, Dan. And if it was anything we played like against West Brom, I will go for. I got to back my own team. I'm going to go for a Bristol City win here, but I think it'd just be by the goal, by the 1 goal. So it'd be like a 2-1 Bristol City, and but yeah, I really enjoyed that. That you couldn't fault that Bristol City team. The lowest you can most probably give somebody was most probably would have been our goalkeeper, because he didn't really have nothing to do in that game against West Brom.
That speaks volumes against the West Brom side, who are usually quite intent on attacking.
Yeah, and it was just the wingers. I think the way to get at West Brom is if you've got to attack them at their wing backs. I think I messaged you that as well, Dan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Attack the wing backs, get the balls in the box. I guarantee you can come out something against West Brom, and that's what Bristol City done. Fantastically, 3-0. Could have been 4, but that was it. So yeah, I'm going to go for a City win on this one, Dan. No,
fair shout. Fair shout. Luke's gone for a draw. Henry says, I want a City win, but no chance going down. The never-ending slide is City, so I have to go Preston 2-0. Kate's gone for another draw, so she's gone on the fence with this one. Back-to-back for her. Ducky's gone for 2-1 to Bristol City. Foxy says there, Bristol City haven't lost in a while. Has draw all over it. But I'm going to take Bristol City to snatch it late. Clark One says Preston not too good at home as well, which is again another advantage you can take hold of. And Fox says there Naismith and Cornick, who came in. Even though Clark One said Preston not good at home, I have gone for Preston just because. And as much as I want to be proven wrong and I want to see Bristol City do it, I think it's just due to the fact that we've all gone for a different team, and I think that's why I've done it. To sort of, who knows? Who knows? It could work. I'll try anything to try and get a point at this rate. Even back in the shit ones, but we shall see. So it is an even split. I've gone for the home side, Preston. Kate's gone down the middle for a draw, and your big bad self has gone for your home team, Bristol City. Next on the list, then, Reading against Watford. Now, Watford obviously sits in 5th, 44 points. Reading are in 16th with 37, minus 11 goal difference. So they are shipping goals left, right, and centre. But they are at home. Watford did sign Wesley Hoyt on transfer deadline day from Anderlecht, the defender. He joined them there. I think he joined permanently as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
a good signing for them. a good signing for them.
Yeah.
Reading, I think, did Reading even make a signing deadline day? I've got them all written down from when I did it, but I don't think Reading did.
I'm not too sure if they did.
No.
But do you know Reading? Obviously, they lost to Man United in the cup,
Yeah.
and as we know, Andy Carroll got sent off. Now, if they're
Yeah,
not in
he
the
did.
cup, does that mean he's going to be out of this one or no?
I'm not sure. I think so. I don't know because Jack Cork played against Ipswich in the FA Cup, but
Yeah.
technically he was banned in the league. So does that mean that Andy Carroll? But then, yet with Reading being knocked out, does that mean that his ban goes into the Championship?
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. It depends. I think it all depends
I
if
think it would do. If they were still in, I reckon it'd have been. I don't
yeah,
know. That's
I
a
don't
tough
know.
one. That's a tough
Yeah,
one. Doors in the chat. Doors in. Hope you well, mate. He says, I'm so happy Forest are not in this league. Hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you, mate. You never know. You never know. There's still a lot of game time to be played in the Premier League. Although it'd be good to play you guys at the City Ground next season.
yeah,
If if you're still there, or we'll wave at you on the way past. Either way, we'll see. Foxy says Forest could field a B team to play in the Championship with a squad of 60 players, but and the rest. Shane Long is back playing for Reading. Yes, there is that. For me,
yeah,
I think he's past it. But Foxy
yeah.
says Carroll will be suspended for it as well.
Right, so he is suspended for, but that's the only way I think Reading most probably score goals. It's like what you said. Shane Long is past it, but he could most probably. But listen, it's against a Watford team, isn't it? And we know what Watford
Yeah.
are like. I mean, their manager now is what Billet, you know, Sam Billet.
Yeah, Slaven Bilic for now.
Yeah, so I think I think he's for now. I think he's doing well at Watford. I think you know that was what they needed. I got to go for a Watford win here. To be honest with you, Dan, I think Watford. I think they'll win it by 2 goals, by 2-0. So if Carroll's not playing, Shane Long's past it. What have they got up front?
Tom
Reading.
Ince.
Oh well, he's attacking midfielder, and he's a Cameron or something.
Yeah, but I
But
think he has played up front a few times. If they've ever been a
how is
bit
it?
short. But
Yeah,
it's whether he gets the service. There's them
true.
questions as well, because then
Yeah,
you've also alienated one of your wingers by pushing him up front. So it's a catch-22. It's a clean sweep for all of us. We've all gone for Watford. Even Kate, as she says there, has gone for a Watford win. Claret one says a Reading home win. So just to throw that in there and upset the apple cart. 2 more games to cover. 2 more games to cover. And Foxy says Watford really suspect away lately. And Reading beat them 2-0 in the cup start of Jan. So yeah, that's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. Draw 1-1. Would not surprise me at all if they cancelled each other out, mate. Luke's gone for a Watford win as well. Next up, then, we take the trip to Wales, Swansea.com Stadium. They're at home to Birmingham. Swansea sat in 12th in the table with 39 points. Birmingham sat in 19th with 32. So they could get themselves a little bit closer.
yeah,
Swansea obviously lost, as I say, Michael Obafemi to Burnley on the transfer window, and didn't really strengthen. They were saying all these rumours coming about, but no cigar. A lot of the Swansea fans have actually said they feel really bad for Russell Martin and his team with he's been dealt a bit of a shit hand with this window.
yeah,
Birmingham, though, they've been scraping the Championship season in, season out, like a Prem team trying to cling on to safety, except they're doing this in the Championship. Can you see Birmingham getting anything from this? Or are Swansea just going to be... Is this another one where Swansea sort of say, look, forget the window, whatever happens, happens.
move on, work together as a team,
Yeah,
and try and get some points. And it's like I always say, and try and go up the table gradually as we can go. Uh, trouble is with Birmingham, as we noticed in the FA Cup, they played Blackburn, if I'm not mistaken, and it was 2-2 that game.
Yeah, it was.
And I think then Blackburn beat them. I think, was it in extra time?
It was extra time. A Birmingham player scored an own goal on the 100th minute.
Yeah.
Trusty scored an own goal.
Oh, Trusty. Blimey.
So
Well,
will there be dejection at Birmingham, or is it a case of a blessing in disguise because they can focus on their league position?
it
Who
can
knows?
be because in their league position, and that Trusty has actually scored quite a few goals for Birmingham, being a centre back. But then again, let's be honest, he's 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 on there from loan from Arsenal. So what do I do? What do I do? You know what? I feel that I'm going to go on the fence with this one, Dan. I can't pick. I can't pick. I don't think there's
No,
going to be too
fair
many goals
enough.
in this game. I think it'll be either 0-0 or 1-0 draw. So yeah, so I'm going to go on the fence with this one because they got like similarities between the both teams, and I can't really choose. So I'm going to go on the fence with this one.
No, not a bad shout, mate. Henry says Swansea to win 2-1. Deeney and Joby Bellingham. For who you think's going to get the goal for Birmingham? Claret one says a Swansea win. Foxy says Blues have the worst current form in the league, loss after loss.
Yeah.
Surely a Swansea win. It is, but it is all how you perform on the day. Kate's gone for a Swansea win, and I'm going to side with the missus. I'm going to go for the home side. I'm going to go for a Swansea win, but we may be made to feel that we are wrong.
Mm.
And sitting on the fence was the right thing to do. We shall see come the weekend's end. Luke says Trusty was very trustworthy for scoring a goal. That was poor. You could have put that so much better to make it funny. Don't give up the day job, Luke. Don't give up the day job.
Trust,
And then,
Trusty.
and then from Wales all the way up to Lancashire for a dog-eat-dog game between the Bastards and Wigan. Blackburn have dropped off literally in sixth. They are doing a Preston of the millennium. Sitting in the playoffs for so long, and come the end of the season, the mid-table. Wigan, however, for me, no offence to Wigan fans, if any of them watch this afterwards or are watching this now, this season you're a dead club.
Yeah,
You're a dead club.
Khaled Story sacked after, what is it, 9 or 10 games?
Nine games. I think Sean Maloney will do something with them. I just think it's going to be a case of it's maybe a little bit a too little too late situation.
Yeah, I think it is. And I said on the last stream, did I, that Wigan are going to be that the yo-yo club from Championship to League One, back up and down. That I think that's the way I actually describe a Wigan team at the minute. So I think they got nothing there. Their players are playing really poor. As you know, they can't their goal difference. The defense is poor. They haven't really got nothing up front, like a natural goal scorer up front, Wigan. So I got to go with them. I got to go with your second favourite team, Dan. I got to go with Blackburn Rovers, mate. Honestly, I got to. I think they will win it.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Kate's gone for a Blackburn win as well. Luke's gone for a Blackburn win. Clark one said Bastards win only because Wigan are sharp, but I'd love Wigan to win. Foxy says Brereton Diaz, what a move to him to Villarreal come the end of his contract. Again, another shit move by Blackburn. They could have sold him in the summer for an amount of money that would have helped them in terms of other transfers coming in, but decided no. And now his contract is up in the summer and he's signed a pre-contract with Villarreal. He leaves Blackburn on a free at the end of the season. And very interesting for him. I'm sure he'll go out there and probably, Well, let's see if he gets game time. Henry says, I can't see a Wigan win after losing Yaya Toure. I'm guessing you mean Colo Toure, but they are going to be low in confidence. So 2-0 to the unwashed. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet with here, aren't I?
Yeah.
I can't keep every week backing against them when this is a prediction league. You know, and Kate keeps saying this to me. She keeps saying you're picking the teams based on the fact that you love Burnley or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And maybe I do need to start picking it based on the fact of, do I think they're going to get a result over whoever? I agree.
It's the same with me with Millwall. I've picked them a few times, haven't I? You know, I picked them a few times to win, but mostly I've picked them to lose. So I got to bite the bullet with Millwall sometimes.
Yeah, my heart and my head saying two different things, because they're saying you might as well back the home side because it's more than likely what's going to happen, but you don't want to, so go on the fence.
Well, you could do. You don't know. I mean, Wigan can actually play well. I mean, I know you look at the table, but I mean, look at Blackburn where they are now. I don't know a team that's sixth with the goal difference that they've got. Seriously.
Yeah, -4. Shite.
Yeah.
I'm going to use reverse psychology here. I'm going to go with you and Kate, and I'm going to back the unwashed to get the result.
Now you've heard it here now, folks. Dan is back for Blackburn to win this game.
I am backing Blackburn to win it on this, knowing my track record at predicting teams is shite. Yeah. So if I pick them to win, hopefully the shite run continues and Wigan get the win. So I've sort of got a get out of jail free card there.
Yeah.
Well, it just took me long enough to think about it. You know, Foxy says, why didn't Colo sign Yaya? I could have done a decent job for them in defence, midfield or attack, better than what they have. 100%. Henry says, unless you say a draw, Dan. I were toying with it.
You know what? I bet they didn't win, and they'll win 4-0, and they'll get their goal difference go from -4 to a 0. And you think, how the fucking hell are they still out there?
Exactly. Clark one says, come on, Wigan, and I echo that as well. Come on, Wigan, you pie-eating bastards. Foxy says, last time Wigan kept a clean sheet was October the 11th in a 1-0 win versus Blackburn. Very, very interesting stat. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But that is it. That is it for this week's predictions. And I'm hoping for a better run this time. As I say, guys, really do appreciate you lot getting your comments in. So keep them coming, keep watching, keep tuning in. We will be back on Saturday. We will be doing the watch along. In fact, if I can, I will. I don't know what I'm doing here. Pressing random buttons.
That'll be a good game, that.
It should be. Should be a 12:30 kickoff. It should be a very interesting fixture, to say the least. I just think that I would happily snap your hand off for a point now. Where are we? There we are. See if this comes up. I'm going to add it for it via my phone to then see if it'll. There it is. Yes. Join us for that. 12:15, dinner time. Get the cans in, get the badge in, get the family in, sit round, watch the game, and hopefully a good entertaining afternoon for the Clarets. Join us 12:15. Fuck off. Join us 12:15 on Saturday for that. Really would appreciate your support, and let us know how you think it will go on the day as well. Also, while you're here, if you could, please do smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to be notified when we next go live, which, as I said, will be Saturday. So join us then. Last few comments. Henry says, thank you for the fun of the stream. I enjoyed it. Good night. Oh, yep, it has been an hour and 15. And I know Anthony as well has gone from one stream to another. He's not even had time to wipe his arse. I can only tell that because he's still got a bit of rubbish on his, bit of shit on his chest there. Anyway.
Good. Ain't that much. Bristol City won next week. I'm actually debating whether if I can pick up a Blackburn Rovers top for cheap and come on your stream. But
that's just disgusting. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Claret One says, we win this. We are Burnley. Super Burnley. We are Burnley from the north. Correct. Let's hope that we can. Big Bad Russ is in. He says, big up, Dan. On Saturday, we'll post updates on Rotherham Sheffield United at the same time, mate. Yes, please do. Please do let us know in the chat how that game's going. Obviously, I know you work with Rotherham Football Club, so that'd be good. That'd be good. Hopefully a positive result for Rotherham. That'd really bail us out the shit, and I really would love that. I said bail us out the shit like we're like so close in points to them, but it still would help. So yeah, I appreciate that, Russ. That really would be a massive help. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It's been a fun.
Did you go on the fence for that one, or did you go Sheffield United?
We all went Sheffield United.
Yeah.
I do want Rotherham to win, though. Of course, I do. You know, realistically, I want Rotherham to win, but who knows? Football is a funny game. Hope everyone has a great time this weekend. It is nearly upon us. One more working day to get through, and we will be able to chill out. But the only problem is Monday is too close. It's so close.
It is close. And you know what? If Bristol City actually win this weekend, I'm going to get excited. And if my missus actually says to me, look, you want to? I might get me in the way for the first time in 2023. You never know.
No, you never know.
Well, I'm not.
It's true, though. It's true. And as much as that's written down there, the link to Anthony's Twitter page is in the description. But, Anthony, you do also host a show, which I'm guessing you'll be doing one tomorrow night with the Arsenal game coming up this weekend. Friday nights, Gunners from All Corners. Tell people about it.
Friday nights, Gunners from All Corners. Fridays at 9 o'clock. We just basically get a load of Arsenal fans on there. We talk about the Arsenal. We have a good chat, good debate, and we just have a good laugh. Also, I just got to say this as well. You see me, Dan, as well. Basically with Brad's channel on the top 10 battles. What I just done with, I just come off the show with Brad. That was good. If you could watch that as well. Also on Monday nights at 9 o'clock, I'm on Leicester Till I Die every Monday. I'm not too sure if I'm on there this Monday because Chris has dumped me for an ex Leicester footballer, so he's a bastard. And
he's doing a show with Powell Kamak, I think, who used to play for Leicester.
Yeah, and also look on here Thursday nights. Get liking, get subscribing. Let's get down up to 1,000 subscribers. We do nothing but try. We try and give you, obviously, we do give you good content with these predictions as well.
Well, we chat a load of shit and hope that people enjoy it. But
we talk a load of shit as well, and and we'll probably give each other, a bit of stick, all in good fun and as a laugh. But we do it for your entertainment as well. So
definitely do.
Get subscribing, folks. Yeah,
definitely do. Really appreciate that. But that is another prediction show done with. And we will be back, like I say, regarding another prediction show next Thursday, when we'll be covering all the games for next weekend as well. So join us then. Join us Saturday, and we will see you very soon. Enjoy your weekend. Good night.
Good night.